Hey, this is Jedi Steve, and how would Evel Knievel use social media for social change? There is a badass dude when I was a boy named Evel Knievel. Every once in a while, Evel Knievel would do some crazy stunt that would be on TV and NBC, CBS. Like, my fucking ass is so old. There was, when I was maybe early teens, and there was only like 5 channels. I remember when we got cable and there were 30 channels. So there was a big push to be on these shows, and there wasn't many competition, so they didn't necessarily have to pay somebody that was as outstanding as Evel Knievel the money that he deserved. And I was looking at his stuff, and I think potentially Evel Knievel died broke. So I'm imagining it went something like this, that Evel Knievel goes, and he was country. He was very raw. He did a lot of tricks on motorcycle, but he had to go to these executives that I hate these meetings. When I'm having meetings with some of you that couldn't really put me in any place, but you're trying to control the puppet strings. And you're doing that because you need puppet strings. But what I'm saying is this guy, Evel Knievel, was there with the executives. And these guys have never been on a motorcycle, just like myself, so I'd have humility and respect. And they were pushing him to do something, which Evel Knievel, he's Evel Knievel. He had the word evil twice in his fucking name. So he does this, and they pay him a certain amount of money, and this guy broke every bone in his body. That's what the folklore said. But if he was doing that shit and it was real, I believe it. So as Evel Knievel's there chilling with social media, he could have been doing his little skits the little stuff, him preparing it, have his little team, his cameraman. He would be getting the views himself, and he would be getting his stuff out there, and he wouldn't be owned by NBC, CBS, or whatever those places were. And also, which a lot of you guys don't want to like to do when you have very little views or you have a lot of views, is put other people on and get them out there and not try to puppetize them. Put them in a place so they're able to grow, and don't try and put contracts to control them, but to help them out, even if it's your competition. And then people are always like coming to you to do it. So how would Evel Knievel, if he was coming out today, because a lot of you are trying to go, oh, I want my show on Netflix, I want my show on this, I want my show on this, and you guys think you have control, and those things are very cool. I'm not against that, but I'm saying don't be a fucking puppet, no matter what. Don't have some executive that doesn't have one artistic bone in his body telling you what's funny and what's not funny, telling you what's awesome and what's not awesome, and sucking all the fun out of your business, your comedy, your plans. And then you're just in a place that all these artists are on fucking in rehab, and there's a reason for that. First, they probably pick the people that want to be controlled. I'm gonna be perfectly honest right there. And then second, they fucking suck all the life out of them, and then they do drugs, and then they go to rehab, and they don't go to the rehab that changes them. They go to the rehab that still keeps them a little wounded. Keeps them a little wounded, keeps them in that place, and just makes them so they can produce just enough for the machine. But because of social media, we're in a different place. We're in a different time. You don't have to go through any place. You can go direct to your phone and the video and do it. And you can get sponsorship, and you can bring it, and you can jump through some hoops, not a bunch of hoops, but some hoops, to bring your shit to the next level. How would Evel Knievel use social media for social change? Peace.